Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Saturday the 20th of January 2024 and this is Flosstube number 88. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do include other crafts and I usually talk about the walks and travels I've been on recently. If you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to be chatting with you all again. It doesn't seem like 2 weeks since I've last filmed, but it is, and I have checked. But yeah, so yeah, I've got a few things to show you today. I do have a giveaway later, so yeah. Right, so I've got some fully finishes. I'm going to show you a picture of the first one because I don't have it with me. I made a project bag the other day using some Muppet fabric. My daughter had asked me to make one quite a while ago and I finally got round to making it the other day. So she's got it, but I'll put a picture up of it. I'm hoping to make myself one later in the week. I've got a few different fabrics I want to use, so yeah. And then I've got some fully finished cross-stitched pieces. This one is Let There Be Peace by Imaginating. It's on some opalescent Aida, and then I've used some blue and silver sparkly fabric to make it into a hanging. So that's that one, and then I've made some cord to go around the outside of it. That's that one. And then the other one I finished off is Cuddle the Kitty by the Stitching Bear. I changed it to say Cuddle the Cat. It's on some paw print fabric that you might be able to see. There's a paw print there. So yeah, I made this using it's Halloween fabric, but I just thought it's nice and bright to go with the colours on the design. It's actually got cats on it. I just made that into a hanging too. It's got a nice cat button at the bottom. So yeah, that's Cuddle the Kitty by the Stitching Bear. And I also have a finish. Not a fully finish, but it's a finish. It will be a fully finished soon. And it's my stocking for my granddaughter Beatrix. Let's come back a bit so you can see all of it. There we go. It's actually finished. It's got all the buttons and things sewn on it. I just need to make it into an actual stocking. So yeah, across so you can see it. And then I've got a name at the top. And I need to buy the supplies for my next one for my granddaughter Skylar. So yeah, only 2 more to do and then I'll probably make one for myself and my husband. But yeah. Yeah, you might notice I'm a bit hoarse today. Today it's good. This started on Monday evening. We went to South Wales, which I'll talk about later, for a few days, and met up with my daughter and her family, and by the end of the evening I was really struggling to talk. It wasn't really sore, it just felt like my throat had swollen up, and then the day after, the Tuesday, I just couldn't talk, and then every day since then it's got a little bit better. So I just thought, let's get this video done. So yeah, my voice might go a bit, but yeah, I'm talking a lot better than I was earlier in the week. Right, whips. No, new start. I've got a new start first. This is Wintertime by New York Dreamer. This is the second Letters of the Month piece that I'm doing in January. And the other one I'm going to be showing you in a minute. So yeah, Wintertime by New York Dreamer. And it's still in the Q-snap because I've not finished on it yet. And that is my progress. Now I've changed this. It said cardinals on the pattern and the birds are cardinals on the pattern, but I'm just making them into little robins because we don't have cardinals here in the UK. But otherwise it's going to be as charted. I'm using mostly the called for Gentle Arts. Yep, Gentle Arts. There's a Classic Colourworks as well, but I'm not using the Classic Colourworks because I didn't have a lot of it, so I'm using the equivalent DMC for this W and the letter T on time. So, yep, let me get this board and then I can put it at the back. There we go. This fabric is 28 count vintage country mocha. Yeah, stitching 2/2. So yeah, so I've generally used the alphabet on the chart to change this into robins. The R's just one I made up, but yeah. Then I centered it in the place where cardinals is on the chart. If I show you, you can see cardinals there. So yeah, alright, so I'm going to change that, and all the birds are going to be made into little robins. So that's that one. And then whips. So my first whip, as always, is Dragonfield Notes by UnconventionalXStitch, Unconventional Cross Stitch, artwork by Hope Christopherson. I stitch on this every day that my husband's at work. So this week it only got 2 days on it because we were away for 3 days. And there he is. So, come closer. I know people like looking at it, seeing this and the detail in it. So yeah. There's a lot of colours in there. That's Dragonfield Note, as is at the moment. Stitch on it for an hour, usually about an hour. I have a daily target of 120 stitches, and usually I'll beat that. But there are some places that I have to stitch longer to get the 120 stitches in because it's confetti heavy. My next whip is my other Letters of the Month piece, and it's Daisy Offerings by Heaven and Earth, artwork by Sandra Cook. This is also being stitched as part of the 365 days of stitching, and also the year of full coverage. Links to these things are down below. Stitch on it every day, 7 days a week, at least 50 stitches a day, at least. And that is my progress. There's some big blocks of colour in this, which I wasn't expecting. So we've got white here. I've only gone so far up. Got white, and then there's a pinky colour, and then there's a few different shades of grey, blue, and they carry on up. But yeah, this fabric is 25 count Easy Guide by DMC. I'm stitching 1/1 full cross. My dragon is being stitched on 25 count Easy Guide by Zweigart, 1/1 full cross. So yeah, so this is Daisy Offerings. Yeah, quite happy with progress. I think there's only 1.6% done so far. I've been stitching on it since the 1st of January. So yeah. Dear me. Right, my next one is Sweet Dreams. I don't have a picture. I'm not going to show a picture because it's almost finished. So somebody challenged me to finish this. As you can see, I've sewn fabric around it, like I said I was going to, because it was too near the edge to get the Q-snap on. And there she is. So basically, just let you see that. So I've stitched some of this here. I've stitched part of this here. There's just one colour missing that I've just got the other day, and I've not had a chance to stitch on it since, to finish this bit off, and then I'll be doing this last section of the wreath. That's all that needs doing on her. As I've said before, this is my oldest whip, at least 30 years old, just been stuck in a box for years and years and years, and then I pull her out now and again, and now she's out all the time, and I just do a bit now and again. So I'm hoping to have her finished in a few months at least. So yeah. My next one is Gathering Acorns by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is one of my acrostic pieces this month. And that is my progress. This is being stitched on 40 count ballet slippers by Fox and Rabbit. I'm stitching it 1/2, so 1 thread over 2 fabric threads. and I just love that face. Look at that squirrel's face. So yeah, some good progress done on there. This acrostic I'm doing, I'm only supposed to do 2 hours on each thing, and I'm doing more than that generally. Yeah, I just get carried away and just stitch on it a bit longer. So whether I'll finish the acrostic or not, I don't know. My next one is World Peace Angel by Lavender and Lace, another of my acrostic pieces. And this is being stitched on, where are we? 32 count silver lining Murano Lagana by Pole Stitches, and that's my progress on that. So I basically stitched all this around here. So yeah, I got all that done there. Don't think I did anything else on it. I just did that up there because I'm thinking I want to go up or out and get away from this arm because I've been stuck on that arm for a long time. But yeah, there we go. And then this one, I only did a little bit on this one. This is Mill Hill Snowy Owl Snowman. Keep calling it Snowman with Owl, but Snowy Owl Snowman. It's a Jim Shore one. I have this as my travel stitching, and I didn't do a lot on it. I had it in my knitting bag when I went to the library, and I finished a bit of the knitting, and I didn't want to cast on, so I pulled this out, and basically I did one shade of the light blue, and then I've put some beads on there. There's some blue beads, so that's all I did. So yeah, so that's Snowy Owl Snowman by Mill Hill, stitched on perforated paper. And then my next one is A Walk in the Woods by the Cricket Collection, or Cross-Eyed Cricket. I presume the company is Cross-Eyed Cricket and everybody just calls it the Cricket Collection, but yeah. But yeah, Walk in the Woods by the Cross-Eyed Cricket. And that is my progress. So I did the D and I did the snail. So yeah, this is just some 32 count antique white even weave. There we go. And then my last whip is Holly Lane by Derwent Water Designs, Bothy Threads. Derwent Water Designs is now part of Bothy Threads. So yeah, this one is my calendar cell piece. I've split the picture into 12 pieces and I'm doing a piece every month. So far this month, it's not finished yet, that's what I've got done. So that's the door. We've got the door there, and then we've got a couple of windows and then a couple more windows. So yeah, this is just 14 count AIDA that came in the kit. So that's Holly Lane. Pardon me, that's all my whips. So let's go on to knitting and crochet. So knitting. I've been knitting this chunky cardigan for my granddaughter Skylar. That's the proper picture of the cardigan, and then that's the front cover. It's a James C. Brett pattern, big crease down the middle because it's been in my bag. I should have done a working copy of it, but I've not done. Yeah, so that's that one. There'll be information about the pattern in the description box. So I've got, that's one front, that's the other front, and then I've got the back done. Right way up, it'd be good. That's the back, or the top back. And then I've started on the bottom bit. So, and I've made a mistake. I did the unforgivable, and I did a cable row at the library yesterday, and I've made a mistake, so I need to undo it. I need to frog it. Where's the mistake there? The mistake's there. So basically, I have to undo all this, and the bit I've made a mistake, and then do it again. So this, when it's finished, it'll be that way. It'll be that way up, because it goes round. But yeah, I don't know if you can see, there's like little dimples, that the cable bit. You do a cable row every 5 rows, and then it makes these little dimples. So it's not a cable that you expect as a cable, it just makes that dimple effect. So yeah, so that's my cardigan for my granddaughter. This yarn is James C. Brett Marble Chunky. I can't remember, is it MC14? I think I call it the shade. So that's that one. And then, as I said, we went away for a few days the other day, and I always have to do something in the car when we go away. And that cardigan was too too involved to do in the car, so I pulled these out. You might even remember these from when I did them before. So this is from it's going to be a blanket called Nature's Trail Blanket. I'll put a picture up of what it looks like. I need to print it out really. I think there's 6 different squares, and you do 8 of each. So this is one of them. This one's called Gates. So I've done all of those now. It's crochet, by the way. So I've done all of those now. They're all done. And then I've made a start on the next square, which is called Berries. So is it flat? How is it? This is called Berries, and I think I've done 2 of these. So yeah. So they're the blanket that I'm doing. So yeah, so I've got to do 8 of these squares, another 6 of these squares. So that's for all my knitting and my crochet. So yeah, when we go anywhere and my husband's driving, I like to do something so I'm not focusing on what he's doing. So yeah, so that's my crochet. I did some while I was away as well. Okay, next we've got a giveaway. So I've got 2 items for the giveaway again. The first one is, it's a Laurie Birmingham design, and it's called Spring Blessings. So cute design, that one. So if you'd like this one, just say the number 1. It's just in the chat. It just uses DMC, and it's also got Anchor and JCP numbers. So yeah, so that's number 1. And then number 2 is this. It's a Heaven and Earth design. It's called Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and it's artwork by Scott Gustafson. So yeah, so if you'd like this one, put the number 2. You can do 1 and 2, it's fine. So yeah, and I'll post anywhere. Usual rules apply. Please be over 18 so you can give me your address. Please don't say the word giveaway, free, draw, anything like that in your comment, so we don't get any trolls. Please comment before the 3rd of February, which is when my next video will be. And yeah, and the other one is, I only have 1 copy. If it goes missing in the post, nothing I can do about it, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart, so yeah. Okay. What's next? Oh, stash enhancement. In my last video, I mentioned that I got a gift voucher from a lovely lady for Fobbles. Might not have been my last, it might have been the one before. For Fobbles. Fobbles is a shop in the Lake District, and I'm planning on going to visit the shop at some point, but we're planning on going for a weekend in the lake sometime towards the summer, and it got where I needed some threads, and I just thought, well, I might as well just get stuff from Fobbles. So I did. So I bought some threads with this gift voucher, but I also got 2 charts. Like I need any more charts. But yeah, the first one is from Thistles, and it's called Winter Sheep. So yeah, I love sheep. So yeah, I just love that. That's so cute. winter sheep. That uses Gentle Arts. And then I just love this one. This is a Jeanette Douglas Designs, and it's called Stitching by the Sea Pincushion. And I just thought they'd be nice just done as separate little things, or made into a square or a rectangle instead of a long design. So yeah, so that's that one. So I got those, and that's my slash enhancement. So yeah, not much. And like I say, I got threads. I'm not showing threads I buy, it's the threads. So yeah. What else? The trip. Right, so we went to South Wales on Monday till Wednesday. It was for a double funeral. My husband's uncle died shortly before Christmas, and then 2 days later his uncle's son, or my husband's cousin, died suddenly. So the funeral was arranged as a double funeral. We went down on Monday. We took my mother-in-law and my father-in-law down with us, and we stayed in a hotel near to where my daughter lives in South Wales. So we saw my daughter and her family on Monday night. We went and had a meal with them. We took a big bag of Lego. I've had this box of Lego in my house for the last 20 years at least, and it's never been touched. The box was from when I was a teenager, I think. I think my dad made the box for my brother, who's younger than me, and then we got it when I had my children, so my children used it and we bought new Lego to go in the box, and then it's just been sat there. And then my grandson Eli, he likes playing with Lego, so we said, well, why don't we take this Lego down? So we tipped all the Lego out of this box, because it was an old box made out of plywood. We tipped it all into like a big bin bag, and then we took it down for Eli, and he just loved it. And as soon as we took it in, he started playing with it. And then we'd also bought a little bit of something for Eli and B from the toy shop, Smith's. So we gave them, and we went for a meal. And then the day after was the funeral. So we spent the time with a lot of extended family, my husband's family. I do a bit of the family tree as well, now and again I'll dabble in it. So I was getting a lot of information to put on the family tree. So yeah, I did that while I was there. And then on the Wednesday, basically we had our breakfast and then set off home. And it was funny because while we were in South Wales, we didn't see any snow. There was a slight bit of rain, but little bit of frost in the morning, but no snow. And we came home and it had snowed. We knew it had snowed because our daughter had told us. But we came home and it had snowed, and on Thursday it had changed to ice. It had frozen overnight and just changed to ice. So basically we couldn't move the car. My husband gets a lift to work anyway. But I couldn't get the car off the street because it was just ice. Our street doesn't get gritted like the main roads do because it's just a little street. And it's a bit of a hill, so there was no way I could move it. I tried, but the wheels were spinning and nothing was happening. So yeah, so I ended up having to get the bus to the library on Thursday and Friday. So yeah, today it's raining, so it's probably made it lethal out there with the ice, but we're supposed to be going shopping this afternoon because I usually do the shopping on a Friday, and because of the snow I couldn't. So we're meant to be going this afternoon. My husband's gone to work this morning because the golf club's shut. So he's not playing golf all weekend because of the snow and ice. So yeah, it's just been an interesting week this week. It's just been hard work and not been able to do things that we normally do because of the ice on the street. So yeah, we had a nice trip to South Wales, even though it was a sad occasion. But it was nice to see everybody while we were there. I did work on daisy offerings while I was there, but I didn't do anything else while on stitching wise. I did take a couple of things with me, but because of events, I just didn't get the chance to stitch. And then I did my crochet in the car on the way there and on the way back. So yeah, I ended up not going to the Cheshire Stitchers meetup last weekend because I did feel like my throat was a bit iffy. I didn't feel very well at all on Saturday. I just had a stitchy day, so I didn't end up going to that. And then, yeah, today's supposed to be a walking day, but again, my throat's still not right. And the weather, I just thought, no, don't risk it. Just don't risk going out. So I've not been on any walks in the last 2 weeks, for various reasons. But yeah, my next scheduled walk that I know I'm definitely going to be going on is the Coach Ramble, which is the 4th of February. So my next video will definitely be on the 3rd, unless something happens and I end up having to film it a different day. But yeah, so the 3rd of February is my next one. So I think that's about it for today. I think I've shown everything I wanted to show. As you can see, I've put my Be Happy up there, up on the hooks that I have. So yeah, he's up, hung up. That I showed in my last video that I finished it. But yeah, I think that's it for today. So happy stitching. Take care of yourselves and those you love. Be kind always. And bye for now.